My live stream program was telling me that I was not connected to the internet before I even started live streaming. That's that is definitely something. Um, so yes, the army must grow. What does that mean? That means I'm building some more Imperial Guard. I know that they're supposed to be called Solar Auxiliary, but I'm just going to call them Imperial Guard because, kind of guy I am. I do have a couple of really quick paint jobs I want to do before I get there, though. The first one is going to be the Rhino, right? Some of you guys might remember this guy. I think he's a super villain or something. I seem to remember that, right? Like, hello, George. How are you? Like, yeah, I think he's a super villain. And I'm going to paint him so that when I get over my funk and everything calms down and I can go back to running a game, he can be a villain. Even though I think, yeah, he's Marvel. This guy's Marvel, isn't he? Or is he DC? No, he's Marvel. I believe he fought Spider Man and stuff. I can always look it up. But apparently, his superpower is he can run headlong into things. So, I mean, I guess that's cool. I guess that means he's going to have a high strength and a high toughness.
Hey,
What's up, Timmy?
oh, I had a really good game Monday.
With Bubba?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we went to that same dungeon where we fought the ants, and fun happened.
And fun happened. Well, that's
Yeah,
what's supposed to happen when you play D&D.
yeah. Our ranger wasn't there at that moment, so Bubba was just controlling his character for him.
Yeah, I do the same thing in my games.
Yeah.
One of
Anyway,
my players hates it.
we ran into a giant toad that tried to eat one of our characters. Well, it surprised most of us, except for the ranger who got to attack first.
That is what giant toads do.
Yeah.
Seem to just hang out and then try and eat things.
Well, well, our ranger critted the thing since he wasn't there.
Well, I mean,
The only way he gets crits if somebody else plays his character for him.
yeah, isn't that the way? Still
And then
count.
he got to finish it off when he got back. So victory.
Victory!
Then we fought some slimes. Our dwarf almost fell into a pit trap, but he was okay because he has that ring of featherfall. And then we found this one room that was big and had a bunch of dead bodies with a lot of loot on them, and a bunch of coins scattered everywhere.
And
Well, I think you can guess. What do you think's in that room?
um, a lich.
Well, not a lich, but it was a monster. One with like 14 tentacles to attack us with, and a beak.
Oh, a grell.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, floating brain
Yep.
with tentacles and a beak.
Yeah. Anyway, we fought that. First round, it got its surprise attacks off on me and another character, another guy. Missed every hit attack on that first round though.
Well, that's good.
Second round wasn't so lucky because it hit three on me and one on the other guy. Paralyzed us both. And so next turn it was about to coup de grace until another player threw a dart at it and killed it.
Well,
I'm surprised the dart was what killed it.
well, I mean, if it was down to 1 or 2 hit points, I mean, a dart will do.
I know. I was just surprised. I didn't expect it.
Hmm.
So instead of dying and having to make a new character, I survived.
Well, that's about damn time,
Yeah.
I would say.
Uh, and
Hey, Shadow, how you doing, my homie?
here's the best news. We made like about a few hundred gold off of like each off of like what was on the ground. We got a new plate armor, human sized plate armor, a dwarven thrower,
Nice.
and a magical crossbow, a heavy crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
Oh, and the plate armor was actually a +2 plate.
Top of the morning to you.
Oh my god. And guess who got the plate armor?
You?
Yes.
Well, you were playing the fighter, right?
A cleric this time. My fighter died.
Oh, you're playing a cleric this time. Okay.
Yep. So my cleric now has a -3 AC.
That is pretty good.
Yeah. I had to kind of think about it, what it meant to have a -3 AC, though. I'm guessing it like cancels out, the pluses that enemies will get.
Do you know about your THACO that's on your character sheet?
Yeah, I'm still getting used to that.
Okay, whatever that number is, add 3 to it, and that's what you need to hit yourself. Because it's to hit armor class 0.
Yep. Oh boy.
Rocking like a hurricane.
But I can bet that now I can use that +3 hammers positive for attacks instead of just armor on a lot of things.
Well, I also watched Shadow stream last night, and it was pretty good.
Oh yeah, we also found a bunch of books and sold that, quite a bit of them. Made 1,900 gold off of it. Though I think we could have gotten a little bit more with the book that gives you a level if you were evil.
But you gotta be evil to get it.
Yeah, you have to be evil. It was an evil book that levels you up. If you're not evil, then it would hurt you. Trying to read it.
So did you try to become evil, or?
No, I'm a cleric. I'm a cleric of Crom. I can't be evil.
Crom?
I fight. Yeah.
Well, Crom should be evil anyway.
Why? He's a chaotic, good, brawling god, I guess. I don't know exactly. He's like a god of fighting.
Crom doesn't give a shit about you. And I wouldn't pray to him if I were you, because the last thing you want is to get his attention.
You're talking about, I think, Conan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't that Crom.
Oh, is it the Irish Crom that you sacrifice a bunch of children to once a year?
No, I don't know what version of Crom this is.
Well, it's definitely not based on any of the realistic versions.
Nope.
Who were absolutely horrible.
Look, it was either that or Heronius, and I don't know. I'm already playing a cleric of Heronius, so.
Now you need to do something next time. Go way out of the box and play like a cleric of Ferlangen.
I don't know what that is.
Ferlangen is the Greyhawk god of travelers.
Ah. Oh man, I think I've heard of him actually. Or it might be a different god of travelers I'm thinking of.
He's got a brother named Foltus. And he basically travels around a lot. They don't have a lot of churches. What they tend to have is way shrines. And priests of Ferlangen will walk between the way shrines and make sure they're, kept up and stuff like that. But Yeah.
Oh, and another good thing is I've been able to start working on making some scrolls of healing. Well, cure light wounds.
Well, yeah.
And also leveled up, so that's good. I got to where I can cast level 2 spells now.
Well, it sounds to me like you had a pretty exciting um, game.
And gained the ability to cast cure moderate wounds.
Yeah, last night, Shadow was talking to the guys that make Arduin. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think I can finally start becoming a frontliner again. I gained a little bit of health. I got like an insane AC for what level I am. I got
Yeah, your
healing.
AC is good. That's a good AC.
My HP is not as good. It's only 18.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know.
I rolled like a 3 last time, and with a +1 to con, it's like, eh.
Well, that is the whole thing with clerics, you know.
Yep.
You get a lot of abilities, but if they gave you fighter hit points too, then why would anybody ever play a fighter?
Well, I mean, you still get a D10 for hit points, hit dice on this one.
Do you?
Yeah.
Man.
I know you were talking.
Or was it D? No, I think it was no, not D10, D8. Sorry, D8, which
I'm
is
going to sit here forever.
Okay.
If you're right,
sorry.
Take a break because this is going to get yucky.
Okay.
Sorry, I was wrong. It was a D8, not D10.
Sorry, I did not. I was doing my lunch and this is her lunch.
All right.
I messed up and rolled a D6 the first time, and then got corrected to D8.
Ah. In the version I play, it's a D6. So Arduin, I've come to realize, is basically Gamma World, but they're calling it something else.
So just another version of Gamma World, huh?
But in reality, it's Gamma World, which is not necessarily a horrible thing, but you know, it's a game with lots of weird creatures and everything from battle axes all the way up to laser pistols and insect people and all that. So pretty much it's Gamma World.
Although our dwarf,
which is kind of cool, you know, and you know, if you want to play Gamma World but use D&D type rules instead of the Gamma World rules. I've been reading my Dust Without Number, which is Kevin Crawford. And I love how the game gives you like a multitude of different like reasons for how the world ended. Look at this guy.
Hey, what's happening, guys? I had to come and correct you.
I know.
The Kickstarter is 3 things: Barrows and Borderlands, which is a Gamma World like game, very Dying Earth, but with black powder, magic, psionics, mutations. It's like a Gamma World game. Arduin is actually the first published unofficial Dungeons and Dragons white box supplement that was based on a world that had portals to other worlds and thus had a constant influx of weird crap from every other genre, if you will. If you're playing like Boot Hill and a portal opens, you might walk into Arduin, or from Arduin you could walk into a Star Trek, or any genre, because there's this place that has a bunch of portals and they're constantly opening and closing and people coming back and forth. The other part of the Kickstarter is Griff Morgan's The Lost Dungeons of Tonisborg, the sort of official oldest mega dungeon ever created, even though there's some dispute amongst that. And these three companies got together and made one Kickstarter because all of their worlds use similar rules, mechanics that were created independently without knowing each other or having been influenced by one another. And they just happen to meet and realize, hey, we're doing like the same thing. Why don't we make our worlds, friendly, kind of like a DC Marvel Comics collaboration, but in the game world. And so they got together and made this Kickstarter where for the one price or whatever, you're getting all three products in the highest quality imaginable for digest sized booklets, using like linen paper and better covers and better staples. I just, top notch materials. But they're three different game systems. One of which, the Barrows and Borderlands, it looks like a kind of a better version of Gamma World Second Edition, kind of like almost like a BX version of Gamma World, except that it allows more rules for like psychic powers, which you kind of have with mental mutations, and it actually has magic, kind of like either Thunder the Barbarian or the Dying Earth. And I'm really lucky to have been brought on board. When I was a little kid, Arduin was, when I was playing D&D, Arduin was like this underground indie, secret trilogy of books full of crazy stuff that I would throw at my players because nobody had these books but me, except at the game store. And I would come home and game with my friends, and I'd have these little secret weapons of ancient lore from this guy named David A. Hargrave, who was a Vietnam vet. He was a combat photographer and did, 2 or 3 tours in Nam, as well as working with intelligence. And after having done all that stuff, real world stuff, came back and discovered wargaming, and he was actually doing some game theory in the military. Came back, obviously kind of, saw some shit, and probably saw more shit than most guys back then, because he was in charge of taking pictures of it. And if you ever see any Vietnam War footage, it was probably his. And then he came back and decided to, get into gaming, and he found Dungeons and Dragons and made an unofficial supplement and got into some trouble because, ESR wasn't having any of that because, East Coast, West Coast, plus copyrights, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it had, a lot of crazy stuff in it. The original Critical Hit rules, the concept, that was them. They were the first people to do crits, but mind you, this was 1977-ish. So, the hobby was just, in its infancy to begin with. And it's definitely worth a look-see, just to get some of his ideas and see some crazy crap. He was the first guy to actually have slavers as a character class. There were no Fs to give. There were some topless images throughout the books. There were some definitely adult material. He was the first person to have basically hookers as a character profession, with levels and stats and all that. Just all kinds of, grown up stuff that TSR was not really ready to go into until the DMG, I guess. And, if you think about it, 1975, 6, 7, there was nothing else out there. Maybe, I don't know when Tunnels and Trolls came out, but there wasn't really much of anything. What's up, Bear?
Hey.
Hey, Bear.
Tunnels and Trolls came out shortly after.
75. It came out in 75.
Yeah, D&D.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Have any of you guys ever played Tunnels and Trolls?
No, and I'll be really honest, and I'm not trying to be an asshole when I say this, so it's going to sound asshole-ish. I never played Tunnels and Trolls because of the people who were constantly telling me I should play Tunnels and Trolls were the kind of people I never wanted to role play with.
That's fair. I never played it either.
Tunnels and Trolls basically worked instead of on all the different dice, a dice 6 system. But it was like you rolled your dice, you added a bunch of modifiers to it, and then whoever won, that's who hit or whatever. Also, it was kind of unique because it used like hexes instead of grids.
Didn't it also like each player like ran like their own party kind of thing? It was like
Well,
lot.
you could play it solo.
Yeah, it was very, it had to
There were rules for solo play.
but,
I liked in Tunnels and Trolls, they named the magic missile Take That, You Fiend, or some shit.
Yeah, see, that's the stuff I didn't like about it. It was very goofy, and I don't like goofy. I've never
Who
been a
is
fan of goofy.
Fraudline?
Fraudline? I don't know. That's new for me.
Yeah. There's Coochie. What's up? I don't know.
Hey,
who-
Cooch.
what's up, Dean?
Is Fraudline trying to join the chat?
Yeah, they asked, but I don't know.
Asked them if they have another name we might know them by, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know who they are.
Hey, Dean, no, you're wrong. Graph paper was not cheap back in the day. It was worth its weight in gold.
Oh, fuck, was it
my
ever?
God, yeah. What?
Was it ever?
Well-
Holy smokes.
Yeah, back then you couldn't just go into like your local
Anywhere.
store and buy graph paper. You had to go like
To a stationery store.
you had to go to a stationery store, a college store, like because luckily some college students actually needed graph paper for the course they were taking.
Especially engineers.
Right.
It
And
was harder to get.
sometimes you could get stuff, but
It was harder to get graph paper then than it is to get hex paper now.
see, now nothing is hard to get for me because I have a printer.
I had some trouble getting some hex paper recently, finding it in the right shape and size, the pads and things like that, without specifically buying overpriced gaming hex paper.
Right.
But anything that's deemed a luxury has a unseen tax on it.
Yeah, I remember how
Maybe it was
expensive it was.
different in Giardino's, but
Hey,
Do I just catch up?
Coochie, I appreciate that. If it's not for you, that's cool.
But
But if you're even slightly interested, there's a lot of there's always a lot of cheap ways to get into it. But I really am looking forward to it. I've been looking for a Gamma World esque game, but I always wanted Sonic powers, not just mental mutations. I love the idea of having sorcery in it, like Thundar and the Dying Earth, and it's made by a great guy, a young kid who's really gonna blow up in the next couple of years. And anything that has to do with Arduin, I'm bound to help them out. As is my son, who did the all the flags for the nations, and because of his work, he's already gotten 2 more offers to do that for 2 other games. So kind of awesome, kind of proud.
my favorite thing was my local stationery store. You could buy 3-foot by 3-foot sheets of graph paper,
Oh, yeah.
I just picked up a well, here, let me show you.
but you had to buy them singly, and they were a couple bucks each.
I just picked up, James, this pad right here. It's like 2 by 2 sheets of graph paper. It was only like $16 on sale with a discount, so it's like $10 for this pad of 50 pages of made for Mega Dungeon graph paper. I don't know. What do you guys think of Mega Dungeons? Are they overrated?
I have no interest in dungeons.
Some are good, some are bad.
I find dungeon crawling to be just the absolute bottom level of role playing. I mean, that's you might as well just play a goddamn miniatures. Like just get out a dungeon with a map and move your figures and calculate your ranges and your like. The idea of dungeon crawling is so absurd to me. Now, I'm not saying like 5-room dungeons I love because you're in, you're out. It's not going to take effort. Mega dungeons, oh boy, you lose me so fast on that one. Sadly,
For a lot of people, their first introduction to D&D was a dungeon, and that's always going to be, kind of where their love is.
Yeah, for me, I look at it as, there's a whole bunch of things going on with resource management and tactics and the epitome of in literature for me was the Mines of Moria. It was so terrifying, the whole concept of going underground and being in the mines and all the splendor but horror at the same time. Then you get the orcs, the trolls, and then the big boss at the end, the Balrog. I was
sure, but that's not a dungeon delve. That's an encounter scenario that furthers the plot. They have to go through the dungeon or the mines to get to where they're going. That's a different beast. Mega dungeons are not that.
No, but sometimes they are. You got to go in there for the MacGuffin, if you will, to further the story.
Yeah, but the problem is that with dungeon crawling, it's all about the dungeon and these insanely clever Rube Goldberg traps that can destroy you if you're not smart. It's so.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of traps because they are retarded. Real quick, Coochie, yeah, it is very much like the movie Wizards. That's a great.
Love that movie.
That's literally one of the best vibes examples you get on what Matt Tapp has created with Pharaohs and Borderlands. And who is doing all that rustling? Is that you?
Me. That's me. Sorry, I'm unpacking a box that just arrived. It'll be done in a second.
Okay.
I don't know. Cat food, coffee, and cat treats. Nothing exciting.
Okay, well, I mean, if I could drink coffee, that would be really exciting. I've
Well,
been drinking coffee like a motherfucker.
I'm sorry you can't drink coffee. Why can't you drink coffee?
Because it was filling my insides because I do things in excess. I was drinking coffee for breakfast, lunch, and topping it off with a 2-liter of Diet Coke every day.
I think that was doing more damage than the coffee.
Either way, I went to just nothing but water, and it's been 10 years. And because I cut out all that crap, I'm basically I'm still alive. If or I'm dead, depending on how you look at it.
Secrets of the Universe, kids, brought to you by the Living Lich, Shadow.
Mm-hmm. It's literally like one of the healthiest things I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, I think the amount of soft drink, like I don't drink any anymore. Like rare, I might have one once in a blue moon because I'm at the age now where literally it makes my teeth hurt. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I can feel it in my teeth when I drink it. But I think that's sadly one of the most. James, you can tell me you worked as a paramedic. The amount of damage that shit does to our bodies, Like soft drinks are not healthy.
The reason for so many people in America having diabetes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, back when it first came out, it was like a once a week thing. You know what I mean? You went to the soda shop and you had it on Sunday, and then you didn't have it for the rest of the week. Fast forward to my life, my old man, that's all he drank was coffee and soda, and it eventually killed him.
Yeah.
And, we weren't meant to drink all those chemicals all day long.
There was a neighbor when I was growing up. His name was Jackie Le Sailor. Le Sailor, not the Sailor, but it does mean the same thing ultimately. And he drank so much Pepsi, he had a deal with the local distributor when they were doing their rounds to the stores, the truck would stop at his house and he'd buy a couple of flats, right off the truck.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Guess what killed him?
Massive.
Massive ulcers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I would disagree with Shadow about is he keeps saying coffee and soda.
Yeah,
And coffee is actually not bad for you.
it is really not bad for you.
The amount of coffee. Well,
Coffee, depending on what type you get and stuff like that, has a lot of good effects.
but I do have things to excess. And I was drinking, 4 cups of coffee before 1 o'clock.
Okay,
Yeah,
and I do that.
Yeah, that's yeah. It's like, am I a joke to you?
Yeah, like seriously, you drink coffee and you tell me those little numbers? Please, you didn't drink coffee. You casually dated coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, but that was literally my breakfast and lunch. No food.
Well, again, you're blaming the coffee for the other shitty habits.
All the other.
I was trying to lose some weight and it worked. I got down to 145 pounds.
Well, not eating will do it.
Yeah, that's one way to lose weight.
Yeah. And
Not smart way, but hey,
it was a quick way. In less than 6 months, I dropped 60 pounds.
Well, if you just done meth or heroin, you could have dropped that weight in 3 months.
Yeah, no, that was never going to happen. I got a brother in jail doing 400 years because of that poison.
Yeah, but I don't think they give users 400 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, he was a distributor as well.
Yeah, users get coddled.
Yeah.
Distributors get sent to
Well, it
jail.
depends on the
400
state. He
years.
wasn't in a blue state. Let's say, and mind you, this was 20 or 30 years ago. I don't know. I haven't spoken to him since I was 21, and I'm 58 now. But yeah, it was.
You're gross and old. Ew.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean it's been a long time since I spoke to him because he was such a piece of shit. He was.
Yeah, it doesn't change the fact that you're gross and old, though. I mean, come on.
No, but I'm
Don't blame your brother for you being gross and old. Like you can't blame
I'll
coffee
give
for your
you the
health.
old part, but I don't know where you're getting the gross part. Unless you're
Well,
old.
your insides are rotted out from drinking too much Diet Coke. Clearly,
No, my insides have recovered nicely, to be honest.
I don't know. Like you laid out this situation, we've all responded to it, and now you're arguing about it. My God.
No. I was just trying to figure out the gross part because I mean, I shaved.
Well, also you have people trapped in your basement in cages. So,
Okay,
that's gross too.
that's what I was waiting for.
I think what the most gross thing is he's probably got like gray pubes.
Ew! Why?
Old man balls.
Why?
He's got like old man balls
Well, I hate to break the news to you. We're all getting old man balls.
with gray pubes.
With gray pubes comes great balls. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, I know it's your show, but why?
What am I even listening to?
Well, you can chime in if you want.
I don't know anymore. I'm the young one here.
He
Yeah,
popped in to tell me how his game with Bubba was doing, and apparently,
Oh, you were in a game last night as well?
Not last night. It was Monday.
Oh, okay.
Leth, you're a big guy, like you're a big guy, right? Like me and Hungar and James. You're a large man, right?
6'1", 250-ish pounds.
Yeah. So one of these things happens is we're bigger guys with our guts. Is we don't get to see our balls unless we do some gymnastics, right? Like these skinny fuckers who can just look down and see them and go, "Oh, look at my balls." But good news: once you're over 55, you'll see them again, and you won't have to lose a pound.
at which point, then your biggest maneuver is not sitting on them
Oh fuck! Oh,
because you don't want to do that.
that hurts.
What the fuck?
Well, listen, it's either that or we talk about your gay porn empire. Which would you prefer?
I don't know. We could talk about gaming or politics or religion, something like that.
Gaming? You want to talk about gaming? Is that what you said?
Here's what happened: is I saw him come into the audience, so I started talking all kinds of mad shit. claiming that Arduin was basically just glorified Gamma World.
Ouch! But he's out of line, but he's right.
No, it's not Gamma World. It's more like the precursor to Rifts.
And so he immediately had to join the stream
Hey, I work for the guys, and
to correct me.
fuck yeah. The other game, Barrels of Borderlands, that's Gamma World.
So now I know if I want Shadow on the screen,
just
exactly how to do it.
And there's always been this East Coast West Coast thing with the West Coast Gonzo style of gaming versus the East Coast sort of wargaming mentality, and so you can always go that route as well. Claim East Side, I guess.
And yet here I am in the middle as a Canadian going, can we just play the game and stop making it like an identity thing?
What's up, nerdy?
Weird.
No, that's not the human way.
You're confusing us with someone who's mature. Come on.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
We'll make an identity out of anything.
The good thing about the role-playing East Side versus West Side thing is that no one died.
Right.
That we know of.
It's funny you mention that because I actually, because of the, like during the Satanic Panic, I actually knew some people. One guy who went to jail for stealing guns because he was going to kill somebody. And I actually had to stop another guy from taking a shot at my brother. We were in a riverbed, and my brother was like 100 yards, 200 yards off. And one of the guys I was with, he had a bunch of guns, and we were just goofing off, And he raises his rifle to take a shot at my freaking brother. And I'm like, how many lives I could have saved if I would have let him take the shot?
That's a weird ending to that story.
Yeah.
That did not go where I thought it was going to go, to be quite honest.
No, literally, if I mean, all the lives, maybe not literally dead people, but all the people that he pushed to, all the girls that he trafficked, things like that, But it was my little brother, so.
Yeah, Shadow. I don't want to talk about your brother anymore.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our balls. Anyway, so balls are a fascinating thing.
No, they're really not that fascinating.
They can be though.
But they really can be.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're into that, yeah, I guess.
Well, I have balls. I have to be into them to want to know about my balls. I have to be gay to take care of my health. What's wrong with you?
Just
Sounds
saying.
pretty gay to
God.
me.
Taking care of your health? Yeah, that is pretty gay for a Southerner. My apologies.
Yeah, well,
I eat the same damn thing every day, and I don't care if it kills me. And I bathe every March 21st, whether I need it or not. I'm like,
I smoke 300 packs a day.
yeah.
You guys,
Uncle Dad, can I borrow the car? Ask Aunt Mom.
you guys are out of control.
That's how
Well,
bad-
it's because you're not being our leader, sir. You're just letting us go free range.
Hey, the UK's starting to change its opinion on that whole incest kind of thing. Did you hear?
Oh, I know. It's amazing how when you have this amazing influx of a certain type of people who believe cousin fucking is absolutely acceptable, and they start having voting power, suddenly your society starts thinking cousin fucking is a good idea.
Well, on the bright side, eventually that whole immigration issue will self-correct.
Really? You think it's going to self-correct?
Well, when they can't breed anymore because they've been inbred so much.
Oh, no. That's what the infidel women are for, you idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's an entire thing that happens, and it happens to a lot of girls in Montreal because of the North African French colonies that migrated here. They marry them, take them home, get them pregnant, divorce them, and deport them back to Canada and keep the kid there. Not unheard of. Also happens between Pakistan and the Punjab as well, by the way.
That's some fucked up shit, man.
It is some fucked up shit, man.
I'm still rooting for the asteroid, just saying.
Was that James?
So there is a lot of effed up stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, leave it to Shadow to brighten up a conversation, though. Here we were.
Anything but talking about
We
balls.
talked
Yeah, no, it's way better to talk about human trafficking and inbreeding than it is to talk about something we all have. Oh my god.
And then Shadow's like, oh, and by the way.
Yeah, what is wrong with Bear here?
incest,
What to just
human
talk about balls?
trafficking. I kind of wish I'd let a guy shoot my brother when he was young.
Listen, sir, like a pope was once said about, he does have balls and they hang mightily. You understand? That's God's work, sir. That's God's work. And I will not stand for your bullshit. Now, back to cousin fucking.
Yeah, the far better topic here.
The main thing with
My
that
work here is done.
it's okay
What?
if you don't come inside them.
All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. So I would say
Trina
this.
says, so cute dude with the long hair is actually gay.
No,
Cute dude with the long hair. Oh, well, I wonder who that might be.
no. I'm happily married. That's why it's called Shadow and Sun, because I've
Yeah,
got
happily.
I've never
here,
seen her. So what do you?
here.
Yeah,
I'll shock you all. I'll shock you all right now. I cannot decide if my favorite mech in BattleTech is the Crusader or the Warhammer. Discuss.
I don't know what either of those.
I have no clue.
See, I tried, James. I tried to throw an olive branch out to talk about some gaming bullshit, and Ig and Ook here were just like, meanwhile, my balls and my cousin. Like, you know?
I would go with the Crusader
Why?
because it's a sturdier mech. Its only downside really is it carries so much ammo for the LRMs that you can get in a lot of trouble with it. However, that's not downside compared to the Warhammer, because even though its primary armament is PPCs, it doesn't have the heat sinks to have any sort of endurance on the battlefield, and also has a lot of ammo in it.
There you go.
So,
See, gentlemen, there you go. I saved the conversation. You happy? I moved us on to a role-playing gaming topic. Now, can we have an...
Now you
Wow, Shadow, that's a hell of a solar panel on the back of your skull there, buddy. I've never seen that before.
however,
Oh yeah, it's
the better choice would be the
the hair's really thin. It's not as bad as it looks on the camera.
Mine's an orb. Mine's an orb.
But you triggered my OCD. Now I don't know what the fuck I did with the copy of BattleTech James sent me.
Oh, Jesus. You know what my favorite part about being on streams with Shadow is? When Shadow pulls out really expensive out-of-print games and goes, oh, and I happen to have this lying around. You're just like, fuck you California prick! You know? Like,
James
Jesus
sent it
Christ.
actually
I
to
would say
to
Warhammer hands down. Hard.
Ooh. Warhammer hands down. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hard disagree on that one, but hey, okay.
Grasshopper.
Yeah,
Well,
Grasshopper would eat a Warhammer alive.
What?
Yeah,
A 20-ton mech?
Yep, just stay away. Long range.
Grasshopper's not a 20-ton mech. It's 65,
I'm thinking of the Locust. My apologies.
and it's just freaking loaded with everything that your Warhammer does not want to see.
That's fair. I was thinking of the Locust. My
Which by
apologies.
that I mean a large laser and 6 medium lasers.
You know,
And-
lasers are underrated in BattleTech. I will say that.
And enough speed and heat sinks to actually get to you, and
Does it have jump jets?
it does.
Can its legs handle a death from above?
It could,
There you go.
but I mean, theoretically, the idea of the Grasshopper is if you've got any light or medium mechs on the other side that are harassing you, it's kind of fast enough because of the jump jets to
Thanks
get over
for
there
qualifying that, Gucci, because
you know what I
I
mean?
can't stand that guy.
Grim Jim? You don't like Grim Jim? Why we got against Grim Jim? I mean, other than he looks like fucking Rob Zombie vomited on a Brit. What do you got against him?
Well, he's a filthy communist, and
Filthy communist. He's unwashed. Whoa.
you can see The stink
He
line.
has stink lines and like mosquito bugs flying around him. Wow, I got to watch some of his videos for that level of production.
Don't
Watch out!
traumatize your brain.
You might actually smell them through the screen.
Yeah,
Wow, you guys are savage about this guy. I feel bad now. I'm going to become his friend
I
just
can't.
because you guys are being mean.
He kind of does need some friends, so
He needs
Wasn't
Jesus.
wasn't he part of that whole porn star D&D thing at one point?
he sure was.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
But not the one with Zach Savage. He tried
No,
to
the other
start
one, I
playing.
guess, because we need multiple porn stars playing D&D, right?
Yeah, it was like Dungeons and Boobies or something.
Oh, God, jeez. Who oh.
And
All right, fuck Valorous. That's the name of my new
Hey,
game,
Bubba.
D&B. Jesus, Leth.
smaller
Good
mess.
God,
Yep.
Leth. Leth, do you understand how microphones work?
Sorry.
Jesus.
What's up,
I'm
Bubba?
gonna go. Whoa, fuck,
Yeah, I still put my money on the grasshopper, Bubba. And
How
yeah,
would two grasshoppers fare against an Atlas?
oh geez, I think Atlas would just wreck them both. Maybe
There we go.
it just depends.
Atlas is now my new favorite mech. There we go.
Atlases are kind of awesome, but they are also, that shining target for everything on the map.
Well, that's what the Warhammers are for, a blade of armor.
Well,
What's up, Bubba?
the other thing with what's up, Bubba? The other thing with the awesome is it has truly just a shit ton of armor. So
Is it a metric shit ton or is it an imperial shit ton?
Imperial?
Ooh, that's a lot of armor.
Yeah. And it's deadly at all ranges between the large lasers, LRMs, and
We
everything
lost him.
else.
Nope.
Looks like maybe he tried to join, but he couldn't get his stuff to work.
Yeah, well, that's at our age that can happen.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, whatever. Solar panel. My head is a geodesic dome, sir. Thank you kindly. And I think the back was great. It was this started thinning like a motherfucker in the front, and then I was just like, nope, no.
Hello,
I'm not doing
Bubba.
that.
He's back.
Well,
See if
let's
it
wait and
works
see.
now.
So I had a financial victory because of Amazon today.
Nice.
On Sunday, I ordered my cat treats, my cat food, and some coffee for next day delivery. Monday, the delivery, because Amazon doesn't exist in Quebec anymore, they closed all their warehouses because the government was going to force them to unionize. So they just decided it wasn't worth them. So they closed their distribution centers in Quebec, which means no more Amazon delivery. They use a third party called Intelcom. Intelcom's the worst. They're the absolute worst. Monday, they send me a message at 10 p.m. Yeah, we couldn't get to your place on time, so we're going to deliver your stuff tomorrow. All right, now I'm mad. Tuesday, no delivery. Wednesday, I'm on the phone with them going, where's my shit? Oh, it's not scheduled for delivery till tomorrow. Amazon has said, your delivery is late. If it's not here by tomorrow, they sent me this on Monday. Yeah, Tuesday. Come back here for a refund. So Wednesday, I'm on the horn with Amazon going, what the fuck? Blah, 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 blah. I get the full refund plus a $10 credit for the inconvenience. Intelcom just delivered my original package.
Nice.
So I got my cat treats, my coffee, and my cat food for free. Now I'm debating what to use the credit for. I was looking at a Yeti mic. I could knock off a chunk of that because Yeti mics are nice. I was looking at some role-playing books.
That's what I've got.
I don't know. I've just got a bunch of fucking credit, like $60 of credit sitting in Amazon. I'm like, what do I do with this?
Yeah, I think I only paid about 58 for my. I got mine through eBay, and it's the same one Jackie uses. And yeah,
Yeti Blue or Yeti Nano?
I don't know.
Hold it up.
I think mine's the blue.
That's a blue. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. They're about 129 for the silver like that, brand new in Canada for Amazon. And I don't buy used electronics. I learned my lesson.
Same here.
Never buy used electronics.
You're just buying somebody else's problem,
Exactly.
and life's too short for that. And with big companies like Amazon and other things, they make so much money that they have no problem doing. Like, here, give you a perfect example: Walmart. We buy all our bicycles from Walmart. We bought, in the time we've lived here, 15 years or whatever, we've bought about 6 bikes. I get the warranty on every one because the very first time I bought Jackie his little bike with training wheels, little Spider-Man bike, so he could ride to kindergarten with, I would ride with him and lock his bike up and then ride home. I
Mhm.
called Walmart because the chain guard got screwed up, right? And I'm like, hey, can you send me a chain guard? I'll just put it on myself, right? And they're going, yeah, we don't do that. Just give us your name and your address, because I had the warranty, and we'll just send you a check for the full amount.
Nice.
So I have since got a warranty on every bike, and as soon as something more significant than a chain guard happens, I call them up and say, hey, can you send me the part? I'll put it on myself. They're like, nope, we'll just send you the $200-$300 because
Yeah.
we're not doing that.
Well, I use Amazon. I use Amazon grocery delivery. Sorry, Walmart grocery delivery because it's very convenient. They do mostly a good job, but they'll always fuck up your order a little bit. When I was teaching, one of my students worked there, and he said to me, he goes, we don't dispute up to $25 of damaged or missing items on your order, and if it's under 50, they'll approve it within 24 hours. I'm like, what? So now, whenever something's wrong with my order, well, I'm going to file a fucking, and I get a credit back every time, because that's the way it is. And I don't feel bad because I'm not robbing or taking money from some little mom and pop shop or something like that.
Well, it's not even that. If it's legitimate, then it's within your right.
Well, when you get your 18 eggs and 2 of them are broken because the idiots don't know how to pack fucking eggs in a bag,
Right. And that's how insurance works because most people, they never file a claim. With a warranty, same thing. It's insurance. And most people don't do and take the proper steps. So when they do file, they've screwed up somewhere along the process by not registering the item. And that's how they stay in business because most people, 99.9% of the people, never use the insurance or the warranty so that when someone does make a legitimate claim, no problem. Here's your money. Are you with us, Bubba?
It's a fucking seance. Bubba, someone wishes to join us. Bubba, can you hear us? Anyway, I also am thinking, though, because there's a copy of Hollow Earth, Perils of the Surface World available, and it's like, what's Hollow Earth?
Is that a game?
Hollow Earth Expeditions? You don't know Hollow Earth Expeditions?
Is it the old TSR?
No.
Okay. That's the only one I'm aware of. And that one sucks ass. Okay. Digest size.
It uses a system called the Ubiquity system, which is basically you have a dice pool, and all you're deciding before you roll the dice. Okay, you're going to do your thing. You got to get 5 successes, that type of thing. Okay, well, on this one, I'm going to decide evens are my successes. I roll my dice pool. I count up my evens. If I got my threshold, I get my threshold. So I can use any dice I want. I can use a pool of dice of D4s, D8s, D12s, D20s, as long as I'm only counting odds and evens, right?
Okay.
So it's a really decent little system. I like it a lot. And they have this book. They have a couple of bunch of expansion books, but one of them is called Perils of the Surface World, where they add some extra powers and stuff and mechanics. And it's like,
Okay.
To buy it new from the States, shipped would cost me $75, which is crazy because it's a $30 book. It's a $30 book American, right? To buy it off a Canadian seller, they're advertising it for $110. But if I use my credit, it's cheaper than buying it new from the States. So I don't know. I'm debating. I don't think I want to spend that money right now, but it's like, it's a good game. I highly recommend people check this out.
Okay, you're sideways, but we'll take it. Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, I switched over to my phone. I do not feel like troubleshooting my computer right now.
Double tap.
Yeah, I was like, do you smell toast?
Dr. Penfield, I smell toast.
Get it.
Yeah. And now everybody remembers that because you had us watch it.
Hey, did I show you the cover art that's being done for Valorous?
No.
So I'll show you 2 images, and you can see first just the art with the trade dress on it. Hang on. There you go. You can share that if you like, sir. That's Shane's doing the colors on it right now and filling in the background for it.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks real good. And then hang on, I'm going to show you just the art without any trade dress on it. There you go. So when he first gave it in, all the male characters had beards, and I'm like, listen, they can't all have beards. That's just weird that all the men. I said, just give the guy in the middle a Magnum mustache, and we'll be fine. You know? It's like, it's a little creepy. Everybody's got a beard. What's going on there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was my contribution to not talking about my testicles. You guys can do whatever you want. Jeez.
I think it looks good. I'm working on a couple of things that.
What you working on? What you working on?
Well,
I missed.
I can only show you, and maybe you can guess. I need to put the shade on him, though.
Looks like Gambit.
It is not, unfortunately.
Well, it's too blurry for me to see what it was.
I know that was way too blurry.
I don't know who that is. Leg up? I don't know. No idea.
Hellblazer.
Constantine?
Yeah.
Nice.
Why is he wearing blue?
Blue pants and a blue tie, white shirt, and tan jacket. London fog.
Yeah.
Black boots.
Hey, Hungar's in the chat.
He is. This guy will be really easy since all I got to do is shade his face and draw like the tiniest little bit of a skull on the front of him. That's the Punisher from the movie where Travolta was the mobster. And
I
then,
think I saw that one.
of course, everybody loves this guy.
Lobo? Oh, Rhino.
Yeah, he likes running through walls. Blah.
Do you remember the 60s Spider-Man cartoon?
Oh, yeah.
My buddy had the best line. He goes, is Rhino the stupidest fucking villain Spider-Man ever fought? I'm like, what? He goes, he steals a bunch of gold, yeah, to build a statue of himself, yeah, in the sewer where no one will see it. What the fuck is the point?
I don't know. I think the fact that his main power is using his head as a weapon, not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Really? Because I use my head as a weapon all the time, sir.
I mean, he's got a horn.
Yeah, but we like Android.
I just like running through walls.
Yeah. You should paint two of them, James. Paint one red like the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like really? Is it no need to not stealing money for your sick relative or anything? No.
I picked these up and based them, but haven't had time to paint them. But they have all these little Scooby-Doo figures.
Nice.
Man. So I'm thinking about painting all the Scooby-Doo characters just for my shelf.
Yeah, I got that, kind of that, but it's the House on Haunted Hill.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Scooby-Doo.
Were some of them plastic, Bubba?
They're that weird. They're that weird polyurethane plastic.
I thought it was like this clear plastic I've got here.
Well, they are clear. They're clear. They're opaque and they got a solid. My glue doesn't like it, so I need to switch over to my super glue.
I like the that you held up, Shadow. I've seen a lot of stuff like WotC was producing a lot of their box games for a while with those type of stuff for their figures inside, and I like it. It looks cool because even if you don't paint it, it just looks good on the table.
I've got this. I'm going to put a tea light under it and mount it, on a base, make it look like it's on a hill, so that when I hit the light, it'll actually reflect the light and glow and look all mystical and shit. Because it's already clear plastic. It's meant to kind of be like a ghost tree or some sort of magical tree.
That was an amazing level of Gen X description It's gonna look all mystical and shit.
I don't know how to describe it, man.
And shit always works pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were there. There was like a dragon and shit. It was crazy. You know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's going to be gnarly. It's going to be a gnarly tree, but not gnarly. But
Not gnarly, but gnarly. It's
Oh.
pretty. It's rad. It's a rad tree.
Cal, you guys all know Cal, right? He's in my AD&D game. He's running a druid named Gnarls.
There you go. Barkley?
Right? That's great with Gnarls.
I
Gnarls.
got a monk in one of my games called Brother Brock O'Lee. Brother
Spawn.
Brock O'Lee.
Hey, Coochie. You ever watch Johnny Bravo? Drinkies. What's that? Some
Yeah.
sort of breakfast cereal?
Yeah.
So this is the reverse Spawn.
Oh, yeah.
So I painted as I just reversed all the colors. Because he'll be used for my game. I just haven't figured out whether he's a good guy or a bad guy yet. I mean, Rhino's going to be a bad guy, obviously. But
You could try thinking making a good guy, but he screws everything up.
and then I've got Iron Man, but instead of doing all the goofy like copper and red and everything, I just painted him like iron.
Which Iron Man? Mark what?
It's the one that was played by what's his name?
Mark 6.
And that's like the early suit, I think. And then one of the guys at my table wants to play a character based on the question.
Big dude.
So it's
We
like,
were just talking about him last night. The old Charlton Comics character.
Yeah, he was way better once DC Animated got a hold of him, though.
yeah.
If you watch the Justice League Unlimited, the Question is the best fucking character in that entire goddamn show.
Oh yeah, I liked the question in that show.
Did-
Just
Jared, did you ever-
when she's talking to him and he's in the Baskin Robbins fucking factory and he's like, I knew it. 32 flavors. It's just like, what the
Did you ever
fuck?
get a chance to read any actual Charlton comics back in the day?
Are you fucking on crack? Of course.
They were hard to get. I mean, just asking. You know,
I was lucky. I inherited my brother-in-law's collection, so I have a ton of
Okay.
Silver Age stuff.
you know how we got them? We you know what Kmart is, right?
Yeah, you get by those packs, right? With like 6
No,
comics in it?
no. Imagine one of those bins that they just like throw like paper plates or t-shirts.
Yeah.
One of those big 6 foot by 6 foot bins,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
around waist high. They were just dumped in there like garbage.
They would go from the spinners to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd have to dig through them, and boy, did I wish I had even one of those because I had some. There was one comic I really liked. It was some sort of group of vampire hunters that actually had a vampire, femme fatale in the group, and an old man priest who wore this leather collar, and she's constantly trying to get him and running into the leather collar. And I had,
Someone wants to talk about his balls again. Look at that.
no, I was just talking about old comic books.
He had a leather collar, but she was always trying to buy them. It was really, really cool. Yeah, all right, we
It was
get
a
it.
cool comic book. It was. I
Alright.
can't remember the name of it. I had Peacemaker before they turned him into that,
Yeah.
literal joke.
The worst dressed super spy ever.
Hmm.
He was like a super spy in the 70s, but he didn't blend in. He would just fly in and break shit.
Well,
Yep.
that's why the new version of him is so fucking accurate. You know what I mean? It's just it's all the Silver Age shit without any of the fucking pretense. It's just he's an idiot. He likes to shoot people, and that's all we need to know. I have vowed to bring peace to this world, no matter how many men, women, or children I have to kill to achieve it. Like that's a fucking brilliant mission statement for an idiot. That's why he's a fun character to watch. I actually like the show, believe it or not.
I got a different vibe from the comic book, but
Well, it's okay. It's not the fucking 60s anymore there, old man.
it wasn't the 60s. It was the mid 70s.
Okay, so he
But-
started in the 60s under Charlton, then he goes into the mid-70s, and then Charlton gets bought by DC, and then Alan Moore wants to bring all those characters and do Watchmen with them, and DC says, no, we're going to do stuff with these characters, make up new ones. So all the Watchmen characters are based on Charlton characters.
Right.
So Rorschach is the Question, Dr. Manhattan is Captain Atom, Night Owl is Blue Beetle, The comedian is Peacemaker.
Really? I
Yes.
didn't put that together.
Exactly.
Way, because they're way different. I mean, if you think about it, they are very, very different characters.
Well, no, their high levels are different, but their low levels are the same, and that's the point, right? That's what they did with Watchmen, and a lot of that stuff was taken to their base component and then go from there, as opposed to the higher-minded stuff.
I'm going to go look later on and see what Charlton Comics are going for, if there's any out there.
I'm sure they're not cheap.
Yeah. They were treated, literally like the pulps of Days Gone By. It was, very disposable.
I gave my entire comic collection to my nephew. He left it at my mother's house, the grandparents' house, and then when the house was sold and they were packing it up, they just gave all the comics away to the local fucking library, which is French. So they just I don't know what they do with them, but they're not in the library anymore. And I'm like, you gave them away? They're like, well, yeah, they're just comic books. I'm like, do you realize you gave away about $10,000 worth of comics for nothing? Are you fucking insane? Like,
If not 10 times that,
Wow, I didn't have that great a collection. It was a good collection.
They never get full value. Never.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
they do if you own the shop.
Okay,
Not really.
the comic
always
is only
cut
ever going to be worth what's. Yeah, go ahead, Bob. Sorry.
Yeah, it's only worth the market will bear, right? Most people will bargain you down with trade or whatever. It's only the people with disposable fuck you money that buy shit at full retail when it comes to collectibles.
Yeah, and the counter to that is always store credit, right?
Yeah.
Well, this comic's worth $500. Will you give it to me? I'll give you $150 and $100 worth of store credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like that's how most of that's going to work out in the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not ever going to see it.
With your margins. Yeah, you're making a killing on your margin.
Especially when they, pick up the dumbest. They've always picked the dumbest thing in the store. Oh, Funko Pops, yeah. No.
Yeah. Embrace your oddness, dude. I don't collect anything anymore, but there's things I pick up once in a while. I'm only really looking at cast iron now. I don't really buy anything else as a cast iron pan.
I
That's
use
fair.
one of those.
The only thing
Actually,
I collect anymore is guns.
Yeah.
my new thing is omnibuses.
Yeah. I think those are a good bang for the buck, but they're kind of high. They're
Not
up there.
anymore, man. They're getting expensive as fuck now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one books at 100, but
Yeah. No. The minute I see an omnibus for more than $30, I'm like, fuck you, you money grubbing cunts. You paid $3. They pay like $3-5. They pay $3-5 per on material they've already paid for the production of. So everything is pure gravy for that company. To then charge $100-150 for it, go fuck yourselves, Marvel and DC.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the ones I get are from Titan Comics, but yeah, it is crazy. And all you got to do, I didn't wait on this one because I wanted it for Halloween, and I wanted to read this comic book since I was a kid, and I just wasn't able to. But like my Savage Sword of Conan, it books at 150 on the back, the MSRP. I got it for 40 because somebody auctioned it brand new on eBay.
Nice. Do you guys ever go to In Stock Trades?
No, never even heard of it.
So In Stock Trades is literally one word, instocktrades.com. They're a trade paperback selling company, and they're usually 20 to 50% off retail, brand new stuff. It's worth it for stuff to find stuff. It's really good. They don't ship to Canada, so I can't use them, but for Americans, they're great for you guys.
In Stock Trades?
InStockTrades.com. They're currently having a
like
sale
an overstock for books?
For trade paperbacks of comic books. So they're currently having a 40% off sale on DC stuff, right? So, like the Blue Beetle Volume 3 is $15, right?
But you did say paperbacks though, right?
Trades, yeah, they're trades, in stock trades. I don't know. They have paperbacks. They might have hardcover stuff. I don't know. Go fucking look.
I'm trying to stick with.
Do you see Google written on my fucking head? Go
No,
look.
I just wanted to verify that you said that because I am looking
Go
for
get your barcode.
Thank you. I look forward to having the mark of the beast across my forehead.
Yeah. Go get your barcode on your forehead.
So the hardcover Hawkman Omnibus, for example, the Jeff Johns 2025 edition,
Mm.
So this would be actually it's a pretty decent run on Hawkman, 1/25, from the mid 2010s. List price is $100. They're selling it hardcover for 60. Stuff like
Okay.
that. So it's
Okay.
worth checking them out. You'll find deals.
Okay.
What's up, Satya?
Sacha!
So George says there needs to be a show where Shadow and Bear just try to one up each other.
I'll lose. What are you talking about? I'll lose. This fucking California has disposable income that I don't have. Plus, he's able to extort the families of all the people he's holding prisoner to send him expensive items to make sure that their children are treated well. It's really sad.
That's not even remotely accurate, but funny as hell.
Yeah, prove me wrong.
I tried, giving a tour of my house, showing there is no basement and there's nobody in the garage, but nobody believed it.
Yeah, because you conveniently avoided the secret doors. We know.
There are no secret doors. I wish.
Sure, no, of course not.
God, I have so many great ideas of where to put them, but the wife's not having it.
Uh-huh. What about the tunnel to Mexico? Is that still in place?
Oh, dude, we're so far away. Fuck. It would
It's
literally
California.
it'd have to be a subway, dude. I'm telling you, we're like,
Talk to
80
Newsom. He might give you some money for that. Never know.
fuck that guy. That guy is one of the worst things that's ever happened in this country.
You could also talk to Elon, since I believe he's got a company called The Boring Company,
Right, maybe.
which is just all about boring holes from one.
Yeah, and then it would be to Texas, not Mexico. That way I could, come and go.
Well, I mean,
We're gonna be gassing all those tunnels to Mexico, bro. You didn't get the memo?
it's like
Cloud kill spell.
Your face
Yeah.
is a cloud kill spell.
Yeah.
It ain't been that long ago since we tossed
It's a
white
crowd-
fuckers in the caves. So.
Crowd kill.
it's I don't know. I think that Home Depot sounded like may have delivered my new mailbox. And that means I may have to go out and dig a hole with my post hole diggers and plant a mailbox here in a bit.
Diggy hole.
You don't have any mailbox
Biggie hole.
seeds?
Well, somebody ran over my old aluminum mailbox, the one that came with the house. So now I got to put in a new one. I should be a dick, right? And dig a hole 4 foot deep and put in an iron pipe.
Concrete. Fill it with concrete down the core. Yeah.
Yeah.
We call them arm breakers out in the county, where people would hit through the mailboxes and then people would reinforce them and you'd break your forearms.
Yeah.
Nice.
Against the Dark Master is basically a bunch of Italian guys got together and made Middle Earth role playing. It's pretty good.
I'll be right back. I need to get some more water.
All right. If you want to play against the Dark Master and you want to do it with actual printed books, you're going to have to start working out, because these books are thick, son. Thick. But it's good. It's a good game. If you like the Murph system and, it's worth it.
If you've ever seen Rollmaster and thought, yeah, I could do that,
No.
then it's like that, but much more easy to play.
Yeah, it's certainly more streamlined. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I ran it for a while. I just don't like the critical tables. They're just disappointing for me.
Well, my only problem with the crit tables is that if you play the game long enough, the same crits keep coming up. So you got to start using imagination.
Mm. What's that?
Because a person can only have their collarbone broke so many damn times
Before their
Common.
shoulder falls off.
Yeah, so it's you just got to do other things. But that said, it's still a completely awesome game. my group had a lot of fun with it. And, that's really the thing right there. My group had fun. But, yeah, I'm going to have to take off.
No, we're just having fun.
No,
And Diesel Bubble just got here.
Yeah, we could talk about balls.
I am sorry, but I have actual things I got to do today. Sucks.
Get her done.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice talking.
Well, I mean, one of you guys can start a stream.
I'm working.
Uh-oh.